and then oh yeah, there's a pandemic. So what's going on with that? How are you preparing with now a schedule and a location and a date certain by which the league plans to open? Are you ready to roll right now, Rick? How about that? Is this a question?
Well, we're collecting information. I think every team has one person or another that's on some kind of committee relative to this. Things are becoming clearer and clearer. There's been an understandable hesitation to throw hard dates out there, early on in this process because there's so many unknowns. But generally, players will be back in market, by the 21st of June. Testing will start in local markets. There'll be a training camp in your local market for some period of time, and then there'll be a staggered, movement of teams to Orlando. And that's the basics that I know about that. I know that there is an asterisk really next to everything in terms of the level of fluidity that we're dealing with here. So, but we're excited to get back playing. I know our players are excited. I think every facility has been open now for a while for individual workouts. There's a great amount of care and detail in keeping the facilities clean, in between workouts, after people leave at the end of the day, et cetera. And, we're all going to have a laser-like focus, on everything that we're doing.
And then outside, let's all hope we get past the point where COVID-19 is at the forefront, and that the protocols and the health and safety measures can allow everybody to just focus on the competition. You being the 7 seed going in, what's your thoughts on the fact that the schedule in the West, you got 8 games that you're going to have to play, and it may not be a very balanced schedule compared to people that have the same number as wins as you right now, and compared to the East, that it's a simple one because there's just 9 teams and everyone will play each other once. What do you think of that, Rick?
Well, my feeling is that they had to come up with something that made sense. And what makes sense isn't necessarily going to have great symmetry in this situation. My understanding is that we will likely be playing our next 8 games on the schedule, which does make sense. And most of those games were against teams that are going to be playing. So in Orlando. So, hey, we got to keep our eye on the ball. We got to take care of our own business. Not get too much into analysis of other people's situations. Try to do everything possible to get our players in the best possible condition, in the right way. We've never had a situation where we come off of a 3-month layoff quite like this. Normally, when you come off the summer, players will voluntarily report around Labor Day, and then you'll have a 3-week period to kind of phase everybody in, with voluntary workouts, pickup games, and so forth, along with work with your strength coaches. This hasn't been that level of normalcy, and so we're dealing with a far different set of circumstances. But we have a lot of smart people in this league. We have a lot of smart people on all these teams, and we'll work through it meticulously.
And in terms of your personal team and issues that might be, obviously I think everybody's got players who might be in Europe. I mean, 2 of your best are sheltered in place there. How much contact do you have with Luka throughout this entire process, and Porzingis, Coach?
Yeah, we've had contact with them. They've been on Zoom calls. All that will be taken care of in terms of them being back here at the right time, and we'll proceed from there. But it's been, this 3-month period, and really it's amazing to me that it's gone by as quickly as it has. I mean, the first week or two seemed to drag, and then somehow or other, it's all gone by pretty fast. And, in another 2 weeks, we'll be in the midst of testing and then getting ready for our local training camp situations to begin. So we're excited, but cautious as well. And there will continue to be a lot of communication throughout our league, on best practices as we get back into, these workouts with our players, et cetera. And safety is the number one concern straight across the board.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.